trust that you're all still well and healthy and safe and at home, and hopefully looking forward to today's video. We've planned that we upcycle an old t-shirt today, so you can go and look in your cupboard, see if you have an old t-shirt, and look at the care label and see if it has cotton fibers in it. Now the seniors will know what that is. The juniors, I will give you a short intro on what fibers is and what care labels are and why it is important that we know what it's about. So let's start. Okay girls, so I found these 3 shirts in my cupboard and I just want to show you the difference because all 3 of these are t-shirts. But when we look at the care labels, these labels, it tells us how to take care of the garments. You'll see that it has fiber content, meaning what is this fibers made of. And this one is 95% cotton and 5% spandex. This one says it's 100% polyester. And this one is 65% polyester and 35% cotton. So this one and this one has cotton in, but this one has no cotton in. Now, what is these fibers? I just want to show you on a black background. If you take any fabric is made out of yarn. You will see once you start to unravel the fabric. All these yarns are made out of fibers. So if I take these yarns and here at the points and you start to unravel and untwist them, you will see that you will start to get hold of these fibers. Don't know how visible it is, but these small pieces, looks like fine hair, is fibers. And fibers is spun and twisted together to form yarn, and yarn is used to make fabric. Now, these fibers you can get from different sources. So natural fibers are, example, wool from sheep, linen from a pretty yellow flower, silk from silkworms, hair from goats, for example, mohair, and cotton fibers. Your synthetic fibers are, example, polyester, nylon, and spandex. This shirt has cotton and spandex in, so they've used cotton fibers and they used it together with spandex fibers, man-made fibers. They twist them together and it forms yarn. I just want to show you here on a piece of wool. It's much easier. For example, this is wool, so it's a natural fiber. So all these fibers are natural fibers or wool. And then when they spin them together, it forms yarn. And the yarn is then either used to make your fabric or used like this for knitting. So for today, I want you to go find a t-shirt if you can, if you want to upcycle a t-shirt that has mostly cotton in it. So this one has 95% cotton. So these two won't work because this one has 35% cotton in, so it is too little. So anything above 60% cotton will work with the bleach for today's project. So go look in your cupboard for a cotton garment. So remember, fibers are spun or twisted to form yarn, and yarn is then used to make fabric. Okay, scatterbolle, so here's the black shirt that I told you that I was going to use because it has more cotton in. Hierdie is ene met die baie katoen in wat ek gaan gebruik. Ek wil net vir julle wys, ek het net 'n skinkbord hierso tussen die 2 laagies gesit. I just put a plastic tray in between the 2 layers so that the bleach does not go through at the back. If it happens, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to use regular bleach, and I put some of it in an old spray can like this. You can use any old spray bottle that you have. Just wash it out nice and neat. Jy kan enige ou haarspray botteltjie of enigiets gebruik. Ek dink ek het nou 'n druppeltjie daar gemors, so kom ons kyk wat gebeur. En dan kan jy nou speel. If you do not want to repurpose your shirt or reuse it, as jy hom nie wil stik en knip en vir iets anders gebruik nie, then just do this part. You can play with it and make something pretty. Speel net 'n bietjie en wees kreatief. Jy hoef hom nie op te knip nie. Ek wil net vir julle 'n paar idees wys. So I just cut a heart shape out of a piece of scrap cardboard. And here you can cut out any shape. And now I'm just going to use my spray bottle. Ek gaan nou net met hierdie spray kannetjie so 'n bietjie oopsie oor dit probeer spuit. Nou ek het nou nog nie hierdie gedoen nie. So ek het geen idee hoe dit gaan uitkom nie. I have no idea what's going to happen. I just know the bleach is supposed to make an effect on the shirt, and you will see that it starts to happen. Dit begin gebeur. So here you can see that it starts to react with a jig. It goes nice and orangey, reddish on the black. Hy begin nou so 'n bietjie blyk op die swart materiaal, soos julle hier kan sien, en dit gaan nou hopelik my patroontjie mooi afgee. Kom ons kyk. Ja, daar sit my hartjie. So, ek gaan nou net vir julle 'n paar ander tegnietjies wys, wat julle ook kan gebruik met 'n paar oorstokkies, wat julle in die bleikmiddel kan druk en patroontjies mee maak, of jy kan selfs 'n stokkie gebruik om mooi patroontjies op te maak. You can use anything, even a stokkie from outside, use a branch, anything creative, or a leaf, or whatever. There's a million different things that you can do. So I'm just going to finish my heart, and then I'll get back to you.
I will run, I will climb, I will soar. I'm undefeated. Oh, jumping out of my skin, pull the cord. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, the past is everything we were. Don't make us who we are. So I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is stars. It's not until you fall back.
Okay, skattebolle, soos jy klaar gespeel het, en dit is waar jy wil ophou, if you don't want to cut into your shirt and you would like to wear it as is, then you are welcome to. I am now going to use it for something different. I want to make a bag out of it because I never wear this shirt. So here at the hemline, I just put both layers on top of each other, and you can see it's not really straight. Ek gaan nou net hierdie onderste twee soompies op mekaar sit, en dan gaan ek hierdie hele stukkie afknip, die soom in net. So I just cut this whole piece off that is the sewn in hem because I don't want to use it. And then into this bottom part, you will just cut about 1 centimeter strips. I just want to do one so I can show you, and about 4 fingers from the bottom. So I'll cut all my strips. Ek gaan nou strokies knip, hier so reg langs aan mekaar, so sentimetertjie uit mekaar uit, deur al twee laagies, tot so om en by 4 vingertjies van onderaf. Okay, so I'm just going to finish cutting these strips all the way up to the end. Ek gaan net hier so tot op die einde my strokies knip. En dan hierdie laaste naad knip ek net in die helfte. This side seam I just cut in half. And then the fun part starts. So you just take the two that's opposite each other and you make a double knot. So it's a no-sew bag. Nou vat jy net die tweekies wat reg oor mekaar is, en jy maak 'n dubbel knoopie met elke een van hierdie strokies wat jy geknip het. With each of these strips, you can just continue making a double knot all the way up to the end. Okay, skattebolle, so I finished my edge with all my nice knots. If you don't want to make a bag, then you can skip the hem and just do the next step and maybe use your shirt for a tank top. So what I'm going to do is fold these in half. Ek gaan nou net my hempie mooi in die helfte vou, sodat ek hierdie moutjies kan afknip en al twee aan die kante presies dieselfde afknip. So skus, ek weet, is nou 'n bietjie moeilik op hierdie donker materiaal te sien, maar ek gaan nou my bes probeer om vir julle te verduidelik. So I'll basically cut the sleeves off. So I'll start here where my sleeve ends. There's my sleeve underarm. So I'm just going to cut further than my sleeve underarm. And I'm trying to cut through all 4 layers. If this scissor is sharp enough. Ek gaan nou net hierdie stomp skêr die al 4 laagjes knip. And then you see about 4 fingers from my underarm is where the loop off, and there where it makes little ears, you can fix it later. And then I'm going to do the same with my neckline. I'm just going to check, see that here's still a piece of seam on my sleeve. So I'm just going to cut that straight. Ek gaan net die agterste stukkie afknip wat ek misgesny het. And then I'm going to do the same with a neckline. Now I can feel there is more or less where my front neckline ends. So I also want to cut that part off. And I want to stop here in the neckline. Ek wil nou hierbo stop waar hierdie nate op mekaar lê. Ek wil hierdie agterste nek afknip. En ek wil daai voorste gedeelte van my nek ook afknip. So ek gaan hom nou net so kurwe sny. Ek voel ek sny bietjie deur al die laag. So nou dalk bietjie groter sny. Nou gaan ek net sien, hier is nog 'n stukkie van my neklyn. So ek gaan hom nou afknip. En hier so agter is nog 'n stukkie van my neklyn. Dan gaan ek net die laagies mooi en kurwe knip. Ek gaan nou seker maak voor is reg. En net agter mooi afknip. Hope you can see. I hope you can see. Just gonna cut that off. There it is. And then just check my curve. So daar soort nou lelike tande in. Nou gaan ek my curve mooi knip. So for those of you who want a tank top, you can skip the hem part and you can just wear this as a tank. And what I usually do at the back is I take these 2 back straps and you can tie them together with a piece of the sleeve yarn. I will show you how to cut it, so then you can just fold it over this part and wear it as a nice tank top. So dan kan jy net 'n gedeelte van die mou as t-shirt yarn gebruik. Ek wil nou net vir julle wys. Hierso is. Okay, so here's my sleeve. Just want to show you, if you cut your hem off, sleeve hem, so nou hom afknip. En ek knip 'n reguit strook deur tot omtrent waar daai onderarm ophou. The underarm is finished. It doesn't have to be that straight. Then I'm basically just going to cut strips. Stop there. Cut another strip. Stop there. Knip hom net in strokies. En dan as jy hom oopmaak, dan knip jy nou die enetjie deur. En dis dan jou puntjie. En dan hierdie 2 verbind jy met mekaar. En daai enetjie knip jy deur tot op die punt. En dan het jy 'n aan een strook. Nou wat lekker is met die T-hemp yarn is as jy hom trek, dan maak hy rol homself so toe. If you pull the t-shirt yarn, you will see that just makes a nice thin straps. Oops, you can just make a knot with that. Here's a nice long part. You can just basically pull it to make a nice t-shirt yarn. I will use this for my back strap, but if you decide to do the tank top, you can just take this 2 back edges and then just roll this and make a nice knot. So for the bag, I'm just going to pull my shoulder seams in, and you will see the t-shirt does the same on both sides, just rolls in nice and neat. And then I'm just going to start at the straps, just make a knot with this t-shirt yarn. Ek gaan net 'n knoopie maak hier in die middel bo, en dan gaan ek hom so 'n paar keer omdraai om my bandjie mooi af te eindig. So ek gaan dit aan al twee kante doen, en dan gaan ek nou vir julle wys as dit klaar is. Okay, so for those of you who want to make a tank top, I'm just going to use one of these shirts. It has a bit of paint on it, so I'm just going to use this one to just show you how to cut the tank top again. So just make sure that your t-shirt is nicely folded in half. Maak net seker dat jou hempie mooi glad in die helfte geknip het, gevou is, en dan gaan ek nou knip van hier my skouernaad af tot so 4 vingers onder my mou, gaatjie onder, kielibakkie. So I will start here at the top at my shoulder seam, just cut right next to my sleeve, and then go into a curve. Ek gaan nou 'n curve knip tot so 4 vingers onder my kielibakkie. And that's the armhole. And the neckline, I'm going to do the same thing. I just feel there's the front of the neckline, and this one is kind of far, so I will cut it very narrow here at the top. Hy gaan nogal ver in, so ek wil hom net mooi smal sny hierbo, en dan seker maak dat ek 'n mooi kurwe 'n bietjie laer sny, and then cut it into a curve. And then you can just open it up to see if your curve is nice and smooth. This one is fine. The same with your armholes. Just check if you have any holes in them. And then if you pull this, it will automatically turn to the inside. So it looks better if you just slightly pull on the edges so that it goes into the curve. And then just going to take the back. There's my 2 shoulder seams, there's my 2 skouernate, and then just halfway through the back neck, I'm just going to tie these 2 together with t-shirt yarn. These sleeves are very small, so I'm just going to see if I can get some yarn out of this. So there's my sleeve. Just want to see, maybe on this side is easier. I'll just get a small strip out of this one. So just cut the hem off, knip net die soem af, and then up to that seam, and then this one I would just be able to cut in half. Ek gaan net 'n helfte knip met hierdie enetjie, is bietjie smal die moukie. Don't cut it all the way through because you need a continuous yarn. Om nie reguit deur knip nie. So jy kan nou die een hoekie kant toe knip, en daai enetjie hierdie kant toe knip. Dan is hy aan een. En dan trek jy hom net weer dat hy 'n mooi gladde draadjie vorm. So now you just pull it so that your t-shirt yarn just pulls in. See if you pull on it, it just stays like that. Just makes a nice loop to use. So nou gaan ek hierdie gebruik, en ek gaan hierdie agterste 2 nate van my, of moutjies wat ek nou geknip het, gaan ek hierdie nou net aan mekaar vassit, met net van die t-shirt yarn wat oorgebly het. So ek gaan nou net 'n knoopie maak, en dan gaan ek hom so 'n paar keer al in die ronde draai, en dan net weer wegsteek die puntjie as ek aan die bokant kom. Just gonna hide the piece at the top when I get back, and then I will put it on. Don't laugh, and I will share a photo with you. Ek sal vir julle 'n fotootjie wys aan die einde van hierdie video. Moenie lag nie. Onthou, ek's te oud vir 'n tank top. Dis vir julle wat ek dit doen. Too old for a tank top. So I'm thinking about you, not me. Promise. Okay, Scatterbola, I hope you've enjoyed this activity and that you will upcycle an old shirt, make a bag or a tank top, or just play around with bleach on any cotton t-shirt that you have. Please also remember to answer the questions on the activity. Write it on a piece of paper. Question 1. Explain how fabric is made. Question 2. Name 5 natural fibers. 3. Name 3 synthetic fibers. 4. Which fiber should be mainly present in the t-shirt for this activity. And number 5. Write down the fiber content of any 5 key labels in any of your clothes. Enjoy your day. I miss you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
I will run, I will climb, I will soar. I'm undefeated. Oh, jumping out of my skin.